the trade-off between balancing profitability and driving the inclusion agenda and ensuring that there's SME enablement and ensuring that you're investing in sustainable infrastructure and getting those right across the board. What is it like to have to sit and make the decisions about how capital is allocated, and what do you think gives you sort of the confidence that I'm making the right call here?
Yeah. And I must say, I think it's a quintessential challenge for any CFO, not just CFO in MTN.
Yeah.
I think that, firstly, I think it's what, our stakeholders expect of us. I think they expect, obviously, us when we invest, it's not just about profitability, but it's about purpose beyond profitability. And I think what gives me comfort, as I said earlier in my opening statement, is knowing that we are making a vast difference in the African continent. Knowing that you are educating, people that were previously excluded is very important. And it's always I see it more or less of a balancing act and more of a strategic alignment. And I think because when you actually do these investments, you actually, uplifting the economy in itself. You are investing, whether we invest in 5G or we invest in, connectivity, it's actually providing access to all. Yeah. And while at the same time, yes, you could argue that we are making profits, we are generating new revenue streams, but at the same time, we're actually empowering others to be able to be included in the economy. So I come back and emphasizing the issue about, digital and financial inclusion. It is absolutely very important to us. So as a CFO, you've got to step back sometimes. Yes, you are looking for profits, you are looking for generating returns, you want that return on invested capital, but you've got to also, wear the lens of what does it mean long term? What is our purpose as the company? What it is that we are trying to achieve long term? And it's always, it's not easy, but you've got to have that mindset all the time.
Leila, do you think there's a role for deeper collaboration between organizations in the financial sector with telcos and maybe even regulators to really build the resilience of African economies? And what is that role if you see the opportunity to do that?
Nozi, there's absolutely a role. And maybe before I touch on that, I just wanted to build on what Solo was saying about a social license to operate and inclusive growth. And many of us, from an exchange perspective, 80% of our market cap and our value traded comes from the big end of town, large cap companies. But the growth nodes are in the SME space. We've run a collaboration for SMEs, an accelerator program called SME Rise. I mentioned it earlier. And of those companies, 50% of their revenue has grown by 50%. And their employment, the number of people they employ, has grown by 30%.
Sure.
So if we want to grow this continent and if we want to grow our local environment, there is no question that it's not only a social license to operate, it's an economic imperative. Yeah. And we have to find access, technology, pricing that suits and enables and encourages the growth not only of our retail inclusivity, but also our SMEs. So now I come to the collaboration. And there are many opportunities. The work that we are doing on Claim It, which is reaching out to the man in the street to say, hey, did somebody leave you shares and you don't know that you've got dividends outstanding? There is a lot of collaboration that we can do with the telcos. In fact, we do even now do some collaboration with financial institutions and telcos. There's also a lot of work that can be done to provide a tech channel through which the man in the street can trade and engage with the exchange through, for example, MTN. So those provide really exciting opportunities.